The last couple of videos have been about how perfectionism can interfere with accomplishing tasks. I spend too much time and effort trying to achieve perfection when perfection isn't actually achievable. Nothing's perfect. I'll catch myself succumbing to perfectionism. I know I'm spending too much time on minutia, and yet I continue to do it. I feel like I must do things a certain way. American psychologist Dr. Albert Ellis coined the term masturbation. Guess that makes me a masturbator. So, how to fight this? I told my primary care physician about my hoarding problems. She doesn't have the condition herself, but she could relate to some of the things I described on a milder level. Her recommendation to me was aim for B. That's a nice short phrase to remind myself. Doesn't always work, but sometimes it helps me pull back from that focus. In high school, if I messed up my homework, I would start all over on a new sheet of paper. Now, when I write a card or letter, yes, I'm an old who still puts pen to paper. If I make a mistake, I'll tell myself to just cross it out and move on. Sometimes it's not even a matter of making a mistake. It's just me thinking, that lowercase r looks like a V. Even if it does, the reader will figure it out by context. Another area where perfectionism comes into play for me is control. I'm hyper concerned about waste, and the other day I stopped at the bagel shop to buy one bagel. Nothing on it, just one dry bagel. And the guy put 9 napkins in the bag. I let that get to me. But I can't control other people or what they do. He was just doing his job, making sure the customer got napkins with their order. I also have a really hard time delegating tasks to others because I'm worried someone else won't carry out a task to my standards. I'm particular about how I do my laundry. I'm particular about how I mop my floors. My mom doesn't have difficulty delegating. She's happy to let someone else clean her apartment or do her laundry because that frees her up for other things she wants to do, like play golf or mahjong, go to lunch with her friends. A couple weeks ago, I went to watch a movie at my friend's house. He walked me out to my car at the end, and I showed him where I'd scraped my car against a pole. No Asian driving jokes, please. This pole was very weirdly placed in the corner of a parking structure. Even the Caucasian person with me agreed. Anyway, my friend had something he thought might buff out the scratches. He went to his garage to grab the bottle and a rag, poured some product on the rag, and started rubbing it on my car paint. My butt cheeks clenched right up. If Phil Hartman had done an anal retentive car detailer, that would be me. I would wash my car first before rubbing a rag or any product on the paint because I don't want to be rubbing dirt in and scratching the paint even more. Plus, I'd make sure the rag was a clean one straight from the wash. But I white-knuckled it and let my friend proceed because he was trying to help me. And the product worked. My car looks way better than it did before, and I'm grateful for my friend's help. I'm really trying to learn to chillax more. Time's a wasting. I'm not getting any younger, and life's too short to be stressed out over microscopic worries. Perfectionism can also sabotage efforts to change. I've got a goal to declutter 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week. I know it sounds like it's not enough. My goal used to be an hour a day, 7 days a week. But what would happen was I'd fall off the wagon, miss a day or fall short of an hour, and my perfectionistic thinking would equate that with failure because I didn't meet my goal perfectly, and I'd give up. Now I find myself sometimes doing more than 15 minutes a day because once I get started, there's momentum and I roll with it. And if I miss a day or two, that's okay. For me, the goal setting isn't so much about hitting or missing exact numbers. It's about getting myself going in the first place and trying to be more consistent about it. If I can do that, I'm making progress, and that's what really matters. One tip I recently read that I'm trying to put into practice: instead of saying I must or I should or I need to, say I want to. That removes the perfectionistic demand. So, to fight my perfectionism, I want to aim for a B, chillax when it comes to control, and not view a slip up as a failure. It's really hard to fight this. constantly battling my own mind is exhausting. But I want to get better.